publishing. You've had quite a bit of it. This one as well.
Right.
So what was the process? How did you when did you start shopping it around? How did you approach the publisher, the public yeah.
When I started out writing, I was desperate to get published, because when going right back to the beginning of how do you know you're a successful writer, what does success look like? For a long while, it was like, if I got something published, then I'll be a real playwright. So I had a group of 10-minute plays that was published by a small publisher, and they'd all been produced, which I think is important. You don't want to put something up that you've never seen produced. Now I'm a little older and a little wiser, or a lot older and a little wiser. I would want to actually be in a full rehearsal with a play to really see how actors are working with it, and how, not just seeing it done and saying, okay, yeah, no, this part works and this bit I want to tweak, but seeing how much work did it take for the actors to get that? Is there something that just wasn't obvious on the page for 3 weeks of rehearsal, and finally they figured it out, and maybe you can just tweak a couple lines and it's easier for them. So knowing that the play is as good as you're going to get it first, I think really helps. And getting it published is, it's one more avenue for it to get out there. I absolutely love not being the one to deal with money and royalties, and it's like, oh yeah, no, please have someone else take care of that for me. But in terms of being published, it's one more step, it's one more thing, it's not the end goal. So when later things were published, I think that first collection of 10 minutes, I kind of want to go back and rewrite half of them. When later things have been published, they were more developed. They were at a better place. I've forgotten what the question was now.
It's okay. The process. I mean,
the process of getting it published.
Well, yes, but I guess it's two different things, to be honest with you, because and maybe that's why we kind of got lost, because it's you've finished your play, and then I guess if you're done, I guess then what's the next step for you in that regard? But I want to touch base going back to your shorts as well.
Okay, so what is the next step? The next step is to get some productions and get some theaters interested. And there's so many different avenues and different ways. I don't want to say this is what you should do. What I have done is generally when I've had 3 or 4 productions and I'm comfortable with it, then I will send it to different publishers. Most of my stuff is with 2 publishers, Next Stage Press for the adult work and Youth Plays for the stuff aimed for schools and for theatre for young audiences. And they're both smaller companies. They're both run by people that I can call up and talk to, and they'll give me feedback if I send something. They're like, oh no, this is great, but would you consider doing this or this to make it more marketable or whatever? And I can actually have a conversation with them. And I can call them up and say, hey, a friend of mine wants to produce this play and they don't have the budget for it. I want to cut them a break. Can we do something about that? And they're small companies and they're responsive and they're friends now. So I actually really like that.
Welcome to our Clips channel, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and leave a comment down below while you're at it. If you'd like to be notified about future episodes featuring playwriting tips, be sure to click this channel button right here and subscribe there. If you want to see the full conversation of this episode, be sure to click the link right here. And if you'd like to see other playwriting tips from past episodes, be sure to click this link right here. And until we see each other again, and in the meantime, keep writing.